What up, boys? In today's video, we're going to be going over our higher time frame plan going into quarter two. As we know, quarter one is wrapping up the Wednesday of this upcoming week, and time is shifting, right? The higher time frame fractal is loading, and we're kind of going to plan what we're looking for going into this week, as well as what we're looking for going into this quarter from a 90-day point of view or a quarterly point of view. So yeah, obviously that's going to be paired with price and time. So first things first is I guess Jay can hop on the chart, kind of show you where we're at on a quarterly view. From there, I'll get into the Monday range play, how we can kind of pair our lower time frame plays going into this week. And then from there, the opportunities that we have, whether we end up buying, whether we end up selling, how are we going to play the second week, third week, fourth week of this upcoming month off of this.
Yep. Let's get straight to it, gang. All right, so Jimmy, when we look at this here, right? So when we look at this chart, guys, on heat, right? You guys see the 3-month chart, which is your quarterly chart. And you guys see we have 3 days left. Okay. 3 days left, meaning we're quite literally coming to an end of this yearly opening range. Okay. This is your yearly opening range. That's your quarter one, okay, of every year. So this is every year, every candle, right? That's your opening range of the year. So that's your quarter one. And now we're going into quarter two, right? So what is your expectation here, Jimmy? What do we need to see certain scenarios play out? So how are we going to frame this here?
Well, there's two options, always, right?
Yeah,
And this is how you can kind of simplify it. We're either going to go up or we're either going to go down. But in order for us to go down, we need to pull back higher first. And in order for us to go up, we need to pull back lower first, right? So this is kind of where we can base our liquidity or map our time-based liquidity off of where we're currently at. So overall, higher time frame view, we're bearish. We're selling. Big bear market times, right? But in order to get there, we're going to assume the open high.
exactly. So in a more bearish case scenario, we will need to see we're going to close here, right? So that means the candle is going to open somewhere around here, the next candle, right? It's not going to just randomly open here. It's not going to randomly open up there, right? It's going to open right here. So from this point, if a candle is opening here, first of all, what is more likely to happen? Are we more closer to the lows or the highs? That's where the probability comes in at the end of the day, right? Are we starting at the low or are we starting at the high? We're going to be starting at the lows, right? We're going to be starting closer to the low of the quarter rather than high of the quarter. So high of the quarter is going to be harder to reach if we start here, right, Jimmy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then low of this quarter is going to be easier to reach if we get open low, right? But if we
Exactly.
do get the open low, that is a short-term bearishness. Short-term bearishness. It's going to look nasty, right? Just like here. Just like when this quarter was shifting exactly, you guys can see here, that's quarter. Look, check this out. It's quite literally the same example from last week, okay? You see the
Yeah,
quarter one
I was
range,
the
quarter one
timeline.
range. Yeah, exactly. So look, it's the exact same fractal. Watch. Same yearly fractal. That's the yearly open. This is the yearly open, right? You guys see first, 2026, first, 2025. Again, that's your yearly range. And last year, I told everybody that I know, all my students, that look, if we same case scenario that we're going over right now, I said if we do open low, that's it. We have to max long it. It's gonna look bearish, but we're gonna have to max long it, right? And Jimmy, I showed you, I caught the 200x play from all the way here to here, right? And you've
Bottom.
seen it, so that's proof. I'm not just sitting here telling you guys, oh yeah, this, that, and I can catch this play and that play. I actually did it with proof. So I called it out to everybody, held it here for 6 months, all the way to the target. And my target I have given them was this high. So I held it all the way up to there, stuck to the plan. But again, it's all time. And I'll go over that briefly. But the point right now is to understand the quarter one range. It's doing the same thing. Open low. So if we do open low, then our expectation should be to take out the quarter one high.
And again, right, and Jay's drawing this, but let me just swipe over to my chart real quick, right?
Yep.
And when we say open low, right, given the example that we have drawn, right? I have my screen shared. You can't see it, Jay, but I'll show you. Actually, let me share my screen so you
Yeah,
can
share
see
your
it.
screen. Sorry for me.
Okay. So, and what Jay means by this is this, right? at the top of your chart, regardless of what chart you're on, what time frame you're on, doesn't matter. We have open, high, low, close, or open, low, high, close, right? Meaning that all we're doing is understanding that this is our quarterly candle, right? And if this is the quarterly candle, then we know that we're going to see the open here, right? Because this is the low, it's a bearish candle. Y'all see it. We were just showing it, right? So all that we're saying is the probability of us going lower first is more likely, right? It just is, right? The probability is higher. And if we do see the open low and you see the soak work, right? You see the failure to gap
Yeah, the
down.
absorption, no gap
Yeah,
down.
right. This is then where we can understand we are catching the open low of this new quarter, right? And it's
Yep.
the same play that happened last year. I mean, literally, again, he had it pulled up, but to the
Go to
fucking
ETH, go to ETH, and then go to 3 month. Well, it's the same thing here, but either way, you're gonna see roughly the
literally to the
same.
tick,
Yep, open low. Exactly.
right?
You see, same thing.
Open,
That's the
low,
range. Yep, and that
boom.
was it. Right.
And
So
now we're
we can have the
thing.
same case scenario. And again, guys, when we do the open low, it looks bad. Everybody gets bearish. If you look at X, they're all gonna say we're going to, fucking 5K, we're going to zero, guys. And you're gonna hear that again. Which is again another thing that I teach, sentiment. You have to understand how to read your opponents. Right? It's like fighting, bro. Think about it. Right? How are you not gonna know what your other side of what your opponent's doing, right? To position yourself properly.
Right, which is why you and I do not sit here on Twitter or socials and say, "Oh, I'm bullish, I'm bearish."
Exactly.
Nobody knows right now, bro, and that's
Yep.
just the reality of what it is. There's 2 case scenarios always,
Yep.
up or down, but you have to pair your up or down, right, with time. Not just
Time and
like, "Oh, I'm
probability.
bullish because of price,"
Exactly. And that
or "I'm
gives us the
bearish because of
probability.
price,"
Exactly. Exactly.
because that's how you get caught holding your fucking bags for so long, or
Hmm.
not buying the dip because you think it's the dip that keeps dipping, right? And then you just faded the
Exactly.
bottom.
Yep. And again, you guys can time these things by understanding this time fractal ranges. Okay. Understanding that we're not just on here just going over candle by candle just without time. These are all based on time. I'm showing you this. Even this low, precise low, that's open, low, high, close. Just like what Jimmy showed you guys, right? Open, low, high, close. It just takes 3 months each. You guys can see that it's just taking 3 months each. Just like how, we trade the third six, right, of the day. That's just every 6 hours. That don't take so long, right, Jimmy? That's every
Mhm.
6 hours.
We
But
get
this is
this
every 3 months. You have
every
to
day.
understand and be patient. Like right now, I'm not just going in because I understand this. If I don't, then I might be buying here, getting bullish like everybody else. And then when the open low comes, they're going to get licked. They're going to get another low. They can't DCA. They get bearish. We go in. It's very simple. And you guys will see that play out. I called the same play out
Or
last year.
or
Or
the
we go open
inverse.
high. Yeah. Or we just
Exactly.
go open high, which is
Let's
lower
let's
probability, but it could still happen. So this is where we're flexible. It's called being flexible in the market, not just having one bias. It needs to do this, and that's it. And that's how you get cooked, right? So now this is where the flexible part comes. If we don't see that and see the opposite way, then what will we do? Exit the spot position if you got any of you guys still holding some and load shorts, going to take out the lows. So
Yeah,
you're going to be
go to the
targeting from
monthly
here
now.
to
Go to the
here
monthly now.
monthly now, and then you got that shit looks nasty. Look
Yeah,
at
it
that.
does.
That shit
And
looks like
this
it
is
wants one
why,
more push. Yeah, it
the pro
looks like even on the monthly guy, it looks like it wants one more push down, guys. You know what I mean? Like
must
something,
not
bro.
take
At
this
least this
low.
low, bro. At least the quarter one low
Exactly.
right here. You know what I'm saying? Minimum.
Yeah, minimum
Open low.
quarter one low is getting swept if we do
Yeah,
pump.
exactly. But if not, guys, we're just gonna get another open high, and then we're gonna see another fat smackdown taking probably even this low.
Oh, for sure. That's I
Yeah.
mean, that's the next
And
level.
then there will be even potential to, reverse by going into quarter three now. You see what I'm
3,
saying?
yep.
Now this lines. If we get the bearish case, then we're reversing in quarter three like this. You see what I'm trying to say? And you can map that out by time. We're not guessing that. This the only scenario could happen if we go down.
Right, we're gonna come back 8 months from now, 6 months from now, and be like, "Oh, we called
Yeah,
it
we'll go over
perfectly."
this. Exactly. Yep. And I
Because
have
we're not predicting, are we going up or are we going down? We don't fucking know, but we
yep.
know there's 2 scenarios. So are you gonna catch the short or are you gonna catch the long? but with time, it's gonna tell you exactly where it's gonna go.
Yep. And then watch, guys, real quick. And this is not to look at this, guys. Look at the date. What does it say, Jimmy? October, I mean August fucking 2023, right? I mean 2025. That's last year. Right. So this is the exact play I shared inside of my group, right? This was the swing call. This is the exact quarter one going into quarter two. I called it out. This is what I mean. I have the receipt too, me calling it out. This is the entry for Q2. That's the target. You see what I'm saying? And I come back 6 months later. That's where I gave it. And that's the target. I'm not lying. You see what I'm trying to say? I caught the whole thing. I'm telling you guys, look at my entry. Like, I'm not even
Scammer,
boasting about all
scammer.
this. You know what I'm saying? I gave the whole plan in advance. Look at when I shared it in quarter. Look at the date, guys. In April 2025, that's where I shared this plan. And I told people that's the target. Understanding what I'm teaching you guys for free right now, which nobody else teaches online. So you better, drop a like or something, guys. That's some crazy
Yeah,
sauce. Yeah.
right. So
Yep.
now, right, with that understanding, kind of, I guess we'll take it one more step further down into the weekly, and then I'll step down to the lower time frames. I'll
Yep.
step down to like the daily, and I'll kind
Ooh,
of
the
play that.
lower we go, nastier it looks.
Uh-huh. Yup, you ain't lying.
That shit looks fully swinging to the downside now.
The Bulls got
Man.
their scam pump
All right,
up,
all
and
right,
that.
do your thing. Do your thing. Show them what you're seeing here.
All right. So let me delete my chart. I will go
Yeah,
to
I'll look at your chart.
and
Do your thing.
I guess I'll keep it on ETH here because
Yeah.
really
ETH
that's
is
just
a
what we
cleaner example shifting into the quarter.
yeah. So what we know on the weekly, so was it well no, I'm gonna go to the daily if I'm gonna mark out that quarter shift. It's Wednesday here. Okay. So here's what we know, right? On a weekly point of view, right now I have this up and down line. This is marking out the new quarter, right? Which just so happens to be the middle of the week, right? On that Wednesday. So what do we know? Wednesday is normally giving the high or the low of the week, right?
Or a
So,
continuation if it's bullish or bearish.
right. But it's giving that extreme move, right? It's not the
Exactly.
manipulation
It's the
move. It's not
focal point. Exactly. It's the focal point of the week.
so what we can currently understand is on a weekly time frame, what did we do over the past few weeks? Right? We put in all this for low resistance, liquidity, trendline liquidity, whatever you want to call it, right? We failed, and this is from a smart money point of view. We failed to break above this gap, right? For a full week, about we sat above there, and then boom, what happened? Got the open high on Monday, Tuesday, boom, sold off. And then obviously, as you've been watching for the past week or so, we've been continuing to sell off. Right. So I have this higher time frame understanding, the smart money, the auction market, whatever way you're looking at it, right? Buyers are not in control, right? And you can see it by all these wicks, and especially this one here. We got
That's
one
a
big
fat
bull
absorption.
fat absorption. Everybody here on Twitter is like, "Oh,
Bullish.
buy,
That was
Bitcoin."
great. And I gave the top short right at the tick. I'm like, nah, that's a sell. That's a week 3 Wednesday high. And
And
that's
it was week 3, Monday, Tuesday, right? And
yeah,
obviously
and then right
Ethan
onto the Wednesday
took it on
dropping down.
Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin trade we took, right? This is the Wednesday, Monday high, Tuesday sweeps the high, Wednesday continuation down, right?
Yep.
So now we can plan the same thing, right? We can plan the same exact thing. And obviously this goes for Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana. I'm going to share the Ethereum plan, but go to the chart yourself and look at Bitcoin, look at Solana, look at your other altcoins, right? And
Yep.
plan it and map it out the same exact way.
Yep.
So, understanding what? We still have a lot of low resistance liquidity or all these, internal lows that have yet to be revisited, right? Or
Also
swept.
yearly
So,
balance range low right there. So
yeah, also
the
value
value
area,
area low.
right?
Yep. Yep.
So, what then we can understand is this. If we have this quarterly shift coming, right, and we have these daily gaps above, well,
Mhm.
going in, and I'm just going to mark that out like that. We have these daily gaps above, right? We failed that weekly gap up here, right? We
Yep.
swept and failed again, right? We have no bullish confluence right now.
Yeah, look at that
Absolutely.
previous lick retest. Look at that previous lick retest right with the
There's
Monday right there, bro.
no bullish
Mark that out. Yep, previous leg retest, right with the Monday range. That's the thing too. That right with the
Mhm.
Monday candle range,
So
right?
now we can wait and do the same fucking thing. If the
Wait for
higher time
Monday.
frame is there, we
Yep.
know that we are bear. And going into quarter two, we're assuming, again, this is where we don't like to predict, but just kind of map out Monday, Tuesday, and then go from there. But we're assuming that we're going to come for these lows,
It's just
right?
really
So,
looking at what's more probable. It's not really,
yeah,
predicting, forecasting, whatever you guys want to call it. But what we're really doing at the end of the day is leaning to the direction that shows us higher probability with the value and the time and the smart money way that we look at, right?
yeah. So from there, with that understanding, with the gaps above and the liquidity below, we can understand and wait for Monday candle to get created, right? So 2 days from now, Monday candle gets created. It's going to put in a high. It's going to put in a low. And going into Tuesday, Wednesday with that new quarter shift, if we get the open high sweeping out Monday high, I'm taking mega shorts and I'm holding that bitch all the way
All the
down
way
to
to the
value
way.
area
Yep.
low.
But then, Jimmy, if we start the Monday going down, not ranging up, but Monday range down, then we can expect Tuesday, Wednesday to swing low and take mega
Yeah,
longs off of it after taking
right?
those lows out.
Sweep this
Yeah, we're
liquidity.
yeah, we're probably gonna, drop and take those lows out. Exactly. And we can expect something
Exactly.
like that. And then we can target that daily gap.
And then the daily gap is your target. But I'm not
Exactly.
sitting here, guys, we're gonna buy. Guys, we're gonna short.
We
We
don't
just
know
gave you
until.
both of the plans.
Yep.
There's the buy side plan and the sell side plan. Now,
Yep.
are you going to apply it and are you gonna actually take the trade? Because now you have the education.
Exactly.
You
That's
don't
all
need
it is.
anything more. We gave you the plan.
Yep.
Are you gonna take it? That's what matters now.
Yep.
But that's it. That's the only scenarios that we have going into this week, right? And you can take this understanding that the market moves with open high low close or open low high close and apply it on whatever fucking time frame. That's the point of this video,
Yep.
right? That we made it 17 minutes long, but the point of the
Supposed to
video
be,
is
yeah, it was supposed to be 10, but it's 17.
it's supposed to be 10, but whatever, right? But if you watch the beginning and you compare that Jay's higher time frame thesis showing you how we fractalize the year into the quarter, right? And then we can fractalize the quarter looking at these different segments, right? And then we do the same thing on the weekly, right? We do the same thing and pairing that understanding with the quarterly time shift.
Yep. It's all fractal.
Now,
It's just like multiple time framing, like how you guys learn. Oh, line the daily with the 4 hour levels.
yeah,
And then, it's
which makes
just like that, but with fractals. We're lining multiple higher time frame fractals into the lower fractal alignment. This is what I call multiple fractal alignment, not multiple frame mean, right? It's not time framing. Once again, there's a
yeah,
clear difference. Okay. Time
there's
frame
a
is 2D.
yeah. Yep, it's much different than going from the 4 to the 1 to the 15 to the 5.
Exactly.
You ask those traders why do they do it, and they can't explain it.
Uh-uh.
It's, "Oh, that's what TJR taught me." I get
Yeah.
it. I'm with you. If that works for you, great. But I like to understand where, why, and when the market's gonna move. Context.
Exactly.
Right. So 2 plans going into this week. Monday either does big open low, right?
Yep.
Weekly open low. And then
Yep.
obviously Tuesday, Wednesday with the Wednesday time shift, we
Yep.
catch the manipulation, failure, and the push up.
Yep.
Or we get the big Monday open high into the daily gap. We wait, we see the failure Tuesday, Wednesday. We take the shorts,
Mega
targeting
short. Don't be
mega
a
short.
pussy if you take this short and close it on 3R. This is a 30R trade to the lows, guys. You know what I'm saying? If that plays out. And vice versa. If the long plays out, that's a fucking 15, 20R trade back up. So don't be a bitch. Don't be a
Yeah,
hoe.
don't,
Take
don't
the
be a bitch.
trade.
We gave you the plan. That's that.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Take
get more
actions,
simple.
guys. Take action. Really. The point of this video is understand what we're showing you guys and take action and look at it for yourself. Like what Jimmy said, put it on the chart, map it out how you're doing it, put it to yourself, look at the previous data and do it for yourself. Then you guys will see something, right? Just watching the video ain't going to make you $5, $10 in your
Fuck
pocket
no. That is the most important thing about, like, all the content of ours that you watch. I mean, fuck, if you've even made it, like, actually, the
to
amount
this
of
far.
people that have made it this far in the video, it's such
Y'all
a
going to
small
make it. Y'all going to make it.
if you've made it this far in the
1000%.
video, it's one thing to make it this far. It's another thing to hear what we say and understand what we say. Can you go do it? Can you
Yep.
go do it? Go to the chart right now, tonight, today, apply what the fuck we just showed you, map it out, and then can you understand why? Because it makes sense when we show you because we know why.
Yeah, what we're saying and framing, but can you understand what we're saying? And if not, you guys can drop comments in the chat and ask,
Yeah, ask
or
questions.
join our discords and ask. We're always
Mhm.
willing to answer questions, open to help people out, whatever it is. Just you guys take action.
And I know Jay's gonna say the same thing, and I'm gonna say it for both of us. Our first link in both of our bios is gonna be our Discords. We have separate Discords, and then we also have our brokerage link to bitunix, right? So if you're not already on bitunix, if you're not already in both of our Discords, make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. That's it.
Yep,
It's that simple. We don't
it's that
charge nothing.
simple.
It's done for free. All these plays are given on YouTube, X, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Tap in, lock in. Time is shifting. Volume is entering the markets. And if you're not here to make money, well, then go trade NQ on a prop firm. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, for real.
But
All
hey,
right,
man, good
guys.
video. We'll tap in Monday morning on the live. Join us in our Discord for the live stream. Peace, guys.
Peace.